In a world where nothing makes sense, listen as Dre and Ron try to do just that. Welcome to Augmented Reality.
Yeah. Come in, kick your feet up, grab something to drink. I usually say grab a beer, but I feel like for this episode, I have to be extremely sober.
Or your
You
wife
know
is
what I'm
at home.
saying? She was at home the last time we recorded. Chill.
I guess.
Chill. So anyway, we have Sariah Grace on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So welcome, Sariah Grace, you know, to the calm, cool, and collected Dre and petty ass Ron's augmented reality. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right. Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna kick this off, man.
You know what really grinds my gears? You, America. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to kind of coincide with today's main topic, but I've noticed lately it's a lot of men that have a lot of feminine emotional qualities, right? I'm not talking about the alphabet people. I'm just talking about that aren't acting manly, right? Like they getting their feelings so quick, they start throwing little tantrums. See, I mean, at some point, I swear I could, you know what I'm saying? I can hear the estrogen flowing through their blood, right? Like, uh, dude, can we handle things like a man, right? Like, seriously, like, I mean, I'm not, I'm not worried about it. For one, he's probably not going to listen to us. For two, he has so much estrogen flowing through his system today that I do not care. And there's no way. That's like me losing the fight to a woman. I'm just gonna put it out there like that.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just saying. Can we
motherfucker,
act
body
like
just
men?
went numb, bro.
Can
But
we
he gonna
act like
kick
men?
your ass.
Yeah, okay.
He gonna kick your ass, bro.
All I gotta do is tell him that the temperature changed by 4 degrees, and he gonna get all emotional and go cry in the back of the car. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Sariah,
Oh, damn.
have
Damn,
you
that shit just made my body go
witnessed that?
numb.
I mean, I'm just saying that really grinds my gears, dude. I'm old school. You got a problem? Say fuck you,
I think
and let's move on. Go ahead.
I definitely been these men these days is they different. I think it's all the trying to be a vegetarian, all that tofu, because they different. They not
They
yes.
they overly
If
sensitive.
you eat too much tofu, you yes, if you eat too much tofu, you have more estrogen in your body. It's scientifically proven. Look it up. And soy. Look it up. You got to look it up. Look up
And I
soy.
think we
You
just
gon' you
lost
gonna
Dre.
see it.
I mean,
I had to walk off on the plug on that one, boy. No, I do not. I do not eat soy at all. Yeah, I mean, I have a. But come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you went to the you went to the vegan diet. You attacked the vegan diet, but no, I get it. I do understand. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's. I think when you have men who, and I'm not speaking on, you know, any particular person, but I'm speaking in general. You know what I'm saying? Because each case is different. When you have men who grew up with an absentee father and they were just raised by women, sometimes you get that result. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have a man in their life who's going to teach them, hey, this is being a man, what, blah, 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 then that's going to happen.
it appears that you will be in a fight with me as well, sir. I think you're gonna be
I
fighting with me
agree to
too,
a
brother.
certain extent.
Yeah, man, look. If you mean that, I grew up with a man in the house. I don't know what you talk about.
I did too. I'm just saying.
Hey, bro, what you trying to say? It ain't nothing, dog. Chicago ain't nothing but an hour and 45 minutes.
Hey, the dude we talking about that you saying gonna fight only 10 minutes away. So I ain't worried about the thing. I ain't worried about the thing.
Hey, but anyway, man. I mean, so is that all you got, man? That's your
Yeah,
grinding against men
that
who
just
being feminine.
man, that irks me like when it's over little petty shit, right? Like it's little things that set you off. Like that irk me.
But
Like,
anything petty is little.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. But it depends on the level of pettiness, right? Like me and you petty all the time, right? I can tell you, all right, Dre, fuck you, and we move on, right? I'm not gonna sit
Facts.
there and
Because I'm gonna
stop
hit you
talking
with a
to you.
fuck you too, motherfucker.
All right, let's just keep it real. You ain't even know that he was in his feelings until I mentioned
I didn't, bro. Hey, I swear to God. Hey,
And
so let me give you a brief story, Sariah. So what happened today? We was gaming, we was playing 2K, and he was playing, it was four of us, and him and the homeboy, we was playing this whole game. We got in the third quarter of the game. And he like, man, when you get out your motherfucking feelings or you get off your period, whatever he said, I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? We played a whole half of the game. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, what the? I think the first thing I said was, what the hell did I miss? Like, what the fuck? How did we get to this point? Y'all motherfuckers being petty and shit. But anyway, so I I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? That irks my nerves too. You know, when grown ass men start acting like females, or it's let's not say females, but let's say acting
Sensitive.
sensitive. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but anyway, that's all you got.
all I was trying to say is it's the end of the week, dude. Pull a string.
Come
That's
on,
all I'm
bro.
trying to. All right, I'm done.
Come on, bro.
All right, all right.
Mac, the goddamn, I didn't say his
You
name.
said his name. All right, man. Can we get to the show before we lose our guest?
Hey, for sure. Hey, so Sariah, do you have anything that grinds your gears?
It has to be related
Did we lose
to
her?
the subject. No.
No, it does
No.
Can you hear me?
anything that grinds your gears. Yes.
This mandate kills me.
Okay.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
No, he
you
just
can
cut
hear
your
me?
video off. It
Oh.
was lagging a little bit. Yeah, but we can hear you fine.
Oh yeah, this mandate kills me. It just kills me, and it's not so much of the mandate; it's more of the sense behind it. If that makes sense. Like for instance, they will say, "Okay, if you get the COVID vaccine, you could go into the stores, but if you get exposed to COVID and you have the COVID vaccine, you can still pass it on to anyone, but you don't have to quarantine.
Well,
But if
no,
you don't
I
have
think
the
that
vaccine, you have to quarantine."
no. You still have to quarantine either way. I just think that your quarantine, if you're vaccinated, is a lot less than if you're not vaccinated. I believe if you're unvaccinated, your quarantine is 14 days, and if you're vaccinated, I believe your quarantine is 10.
I
Yeah,
think it
God,
depends on who
Ron
say
is holding up.
because my kids' school told us we didn't have to quarantine because if we were vaccinated, it don't matter as long as we're vaccinated. We
Well,
don't have to quarantine.
well, I mean, you are in Southern California, so I don't really think that your your government or your school officials really know what the hell is going on.
Right. That. I think that's what
Yeah.
is really irritating me. Like it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense, and then it's okay. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. None of it does. Like even like my job. Oh, we need you to test every week, but I work from home.
Mhm.
I'm not even coming into the office. So
Now
why are
that
you
doesn't make
spending
sense.
money to make me test once a week for me to sit in front of a computer?
I mean, it might be a state ordinance that the job has to abide by to show that their employees are vaccinated. I mean,
But if they're working from home,
but it still
why?
doesn't matter. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying it still have to be in compliance, regardless. If they have one person coming into the office, they can't just tell that one person you have to test every week. You know what I'm saying? It's a compliance thing.
yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I feel. I'm not being certain.
I can see that.
I can see it that
But
You know
still,
way.
what
it
really,
doesn't make any sense
It's
for
huh?
you know
sure.
what grinds my gears? You know what grinds my gears?
Here it comes.
Having to talk about COVID every fucking day of the week in some aspect or form, right?
That's
Like,
true too. I'm
I'm
sorry I brought it
so
up, but
over it.
that just been irritating me.
Oh, no. I mean,
Yeah, well,
But
it
I get
grinds your gears, just the whole COVID thing. Yeah, so no,
right.
we
it.
I'm
understand.
agreeing with
And
you.
yeah,
I'm
he's
agreeing
agreeing
with you.
with you.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying that
Hearing
that
it
we
every
have
day,
to
like
constantly
all
talk
day
about it in
long. It's
some way.
like right.
yeah, yeah. So all right, well, if no one else has any grinding in the gears, oh wait a minute, I want to mention something. So I was watching ESPN today, and what I noticed is that on the females they get that far view, so make sure they get their upper torso in the camera. And on the dudes, they get that real up close view like this, where you can see like right below their chin and the rest of them. But those females, they get all of that. That shit was crazy to me. It blew my mind, bro. I was like, wow. And I was sitting there waiting for him to show another dude. And of course, they showed another dude. It was here. And then they showed another female. And it was back here. She's sitting like this. I'm like, bro, like,
That's
damn.
crazy.
No,
Yeah, it blew my
I'm about
mind.
to start
It
noticing
blew. I was
everything
like,
now.
wow. Yeah, it blew my mind. I was like, I can't believe this. And I was wondering, like, has anyone else noticed this? Like the females, they get further back and they make sure they get that whole upper torso. And then on the dudes, they get real close up and they get about right here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. Wow. But
you
anyway,
know what? You know what was funny? A few
what's
years
that?
ago, I had AT&T as my cable service provider,
Uh-huh.
and when you watch the Cubs game, they would give you during the commercial break. They would give you these 4 extra channels where you can still look at footage of what's going on in the field while the commercials are on. Right?
Yeah.
They would show the cameraman, and they stopped it rather quickly because all the cameraman was doing was scanning the stands for women, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it was hilarious. Like, I would watch that more than I would watch the game. Like, what woman is he gonna find during the commercial, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy, man. It's
yeah.
crazy. But anyway, without further ado,
Me? I'm a straight meat and potatoes man.
Our main topic of this week, Dre,
main
kick it.
topic of the week, man. So here we go. I kind of seen this trending. It was a little while ago, but the question I believe still is relevant today. The question that I'm gonna ask you, Ron, and you, Sariah, should dudes pay on the first date? I have my opinion. I have my opinion. I want to hear what you guys have.
Well, since I'm old school, I will say ladies first. That's right.
Of course, right? Um, I've been dating for a while, so I think it kind of depends on who asked for the first date. So, like, if I'm talking to a guy and I'm like, hey, let's go out and get some coffee, I'm asking you to come out with me to get some coffee or to have lunch, I think I should pay. But if he asks me, then he needs to pay. If you ask me out, you need to pay. That's how I
Okay,
feel.
so
If
I'm
it's
gonna
a
hold all my comments until y'all are done. I'm holding all my comments until y'all are done. So,
Okay, here's my answer. For one, I got 5 older sisters, right? So I've been raised that a man pays regardless. If I just go and hang out with my sisters, I'm paying majority of the time, right? Uh, so in a dating situation, I feel like I should be paying because I'm a man. However, in this new age of dating, if it depends on what the anticipation of the end goal of the date is. Are we just the beginning of dating? Are we progressing towards somewhere, or are we just going out as friends? If we just going out as friends, yeah, I might pick up the meal and then the first couple rounds of drink. But if I go to the bathroom, I mean, I wouldn't be offended if I got my next round of drinks sitting at the bar that you paid for, right? Like, but 98% of the time I'm paying. That's mine. Uh-oh. Wait. Let me
so,
cue it for you.
so I'm married, going on um 11 years now. My wife and I have been together for 18 years. I believe that on the first date, I believe I paid. Not sure. I think our first date was to the bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? So and it was a
you
double
pay.
date kind of thing. It was the first. Yeah. So yeah, the bowling alley was nothing. You know what I'm saying? So me now, I believe that the society that we are in, I believe that the date should be Dutch. I say that because I say that the date should be Dutch because you are now in the fill out process. Because now with dating, there are expectations. If a dude pays for a date now, he expecting to get that cookie at the end of the night. If y'all both pay on the first date, there are no expectations. And then that's when the first date is where you have very serious conversations. Yeah, it's the first date, but now I need to know where your head is. You know what I'm saying? What are your plans? What do you plan to be in 5 years? What are your goals? Do you want to have children? Do you not want to have children? Because now, if I'm on this first date and I'm having this first date with you, I need to know that you're equally committed to this first date, to equally committed to this date, and not just out to get a free meal. You feel me? Like it's to me, it's all right, bet, because you don't want to wait 2 years down the line and find out that the person you've been courting for this 2 years to be like, I don't want kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been dating this person, so now you're in a relationship, and then you find out this person doesn't want kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, it's a fill out process, and it needs to be equal. And then once y'all establish that okay, we're doing this, then yeah, okay, the dude pays. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm a firm believer in everything goes into the pot. You know what I'm saying? Your money, my money. It ain't just my, because I know a woman, she makes 85, $90,000 a year, and her husband pays all the bills. All the bills. And you know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah, he should be paying all the bills. But do you not understand that if you're both paid the bills, you will be able to live a better life instead of you just being able to live a better life? So anyway, go ahead, man.
I just got I forgot what my comment was, but I got a question.
Next time,
I
write it
think
down.
I know I shall. Uh, I think some people feel like I just want to comment on that last part where you said the woman's making 90 grand and the man is paying for everything. I think based on old school standards, there's a belief that the person that's making the more money in the household has the power over everyone in the decision making process, right? And I think that's why this is kind of a outdated thought process that the man should pay because it's saying that you are going to be the lead in this relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it goes to me, and I want to ask Sariah about this, is like with the new era of the Me Too movement and all of this push for women's equality, like you stated earlier, if you ask a guy on a date, do you feel it is your obligation to, hey,
Right. Like if I ask a guy on a date, I do feel like it's my obligation to pay. And the same thing too when it comes to how much I spend on the date. People like to go on dates to impress that person, but if you taking me on a date and spending 300-400 on our first date, please believe I'm gonna believe like when we're really dating, you're gonna be spending 1,000 every time we go out. So like that's a huge issue with me too. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, don't spend that much because I'm not gonna turn down no free stuff. But that already had me thinking like if you're spending $300-400 on our first date and this is a time where we're just really trying to get to know each other, my expectation is going to go higher because I'm expecting more when we get to know each other. You got a question?
could you not? Yes, I have two questions. Could you not expect the same level, meaning consistency, or do you have to expect higher? Because I'm a believer of where I start should be where I finish, and in between, anything extra is the same. Like if we're dating today and married 10 years from now, the first date should still equal what the last date was, and anything in between on special occasions. You said $300 special occasion. Maybe I will spend that 1,000. You see
What
what
if
I'm
he
saying?
can't afford? What if he can't? I got two statements here. First off, if like Sariah said earlier, if a woman paid for the first date, I wouldn't feel comfortable allowing her to pay for me on the first date. You know what I'm
Yeah, because then
saying?
she gonna want the eggplant.
If we're in a relationship,
Well, will you be in a
well,
relationship at the first date? Or will you just be
no, no,
going
but see, that's what I'm saying. On the first date, it should be Dutch because you both are trying to figure out is this a waste of your time? Because the dude at the end of the day could pay $300 for a date. And at the end of the night, he paying the $300. He has an ultimate goal in his head. I'm gonna get that cookie tonight. And if he doesn't, he feels like he's wasted his time. And if you give up the cookie, you can be like, man, shit, that was the worst thing I ever did. So no, if both people pay on the first date, there is no obligation. There's no obligation to walk her to her door. Matter of fact, you don't even have to pick her up. Let's meet somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That way she is free to go. She's not tied to this dude, even though we have Uber and Lyft now. You know what I'm saying? She can pretty much go whenever she wants to, but she's free to go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, in today's society, you shouldn't want somebody that you're just now going on the first date with
exactly.
to know where
Or
you
where you live.
live.
Period. Yeah. 'Cause people
Meet them there. Yeah, meet him there. Hey, she can leave whenever she wants to. He can leave. If the situation gets uncomfortable, there is no argument. She doesn't have to wait on the Lyft, doesn't have to wait on the Uber, doesn't have to wait for him to take her home. She can leave whenever she wants to. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I I
Both
tend
parties should pay for the first date.
I I still don't agree with that aspect. It depend to me. It depends on what I see becoming of this relationship, right? Of this interaction. I'm not even gonna call it a relationship because we're just getting to know each other,
right.
right? So it's like two quick points I want to make to that. Like one, that's why now when I go on dates, my first date is lunch, right? Because if you go to lunch with somebody in the middle of the week, it gives both parties a open invitation to leave because everybody has something to do later on in the day. And if the date went really well, you'll get a text message an hour later. It's like, so are you finished with what you're doing? You want to meet back up? You know what I'm saying? You want to go have a drink? You know what I'm saying? Like that, I use that as a barometer for how the first date went, right? And question two was, do you think when everyone says they want honesty in a relationship, right? I don't feel that people want honesty because the main reason, if you look up in psychology, the only reason people lie is to protect other people's feelings, right? And I'm posing this question to you, Sariah. If a guy was to meet you and say, "Hey, I find you attractive. I'd love to take you out one night, but honestly, I'm not looking for nothing long term. I just want to have a good time, a few drinks, and if we end up cool at the end of the night, let's smash. That's honest, right?
That's honest.
9.5 times out of 10, women aren't going to accept that, honestly.
Right. And I do agree with that because
What's your
their
opinion?
mindset, like if they're like, oh no, I don't want to smash, then they're gonna, one, some people might get offended because he even said that when he is being honest, and two, they might just turn down an opportunity. Like, yes, he might be honest, but you never know where that could lead. This is what he's saying now, but once he gets to know you, it could lead to something else. But because you didn't like how he approach you, even though he was still being respect to me, I said he was being respectful with him being honest. They just like, oh my God, he just wants me for sex. He just wants me for her body. And I think that's what happens with society. We're so scared to talk about our needs too. Like, women want to have sex too, but you want to look so innocent and be like, well, I can't smash on the first. It's okay. We're adults. If you want to smash somebody on the first day, go ahead. It's okay. But you want to look a certain way, and you don't want the person thinking you're fast, or because that's how society plays it. If a woman has sex on the first date, she's fast. And if a man has it, he's just being a man. So, it, I think, is a lot of trying to oppress everyone else. So I definitely think people lie, even though she might want to smash too, but she doesn't want to look easy. Because your
So
mom
let's
teach
be
you to not sleep with somebody on the first date, or he ain't gonna marry you. So you're already in your mind like, oh, I really like him.
this guy with the soundboard. Anyway, so let's be completely honest, because I'm a firm believer in that women control the sex. Women control the sex. You know what I'm saying? So whether or not, in as much as dudes say, man, I can talk, uh, what's the Mother Teresa out of her panties? No, you can't.
She
Because
did.
because women know who they gonna have sex with before anything is said. It's
I don't
so
agree with that.
because a man ain't gonna turn. Well,
Go ahead, finish, and then I'll rebuttal.
a sane man is gonna turn something down,
Yes,
but a man who just horny ain't gonna turn nothing down. Nothing.
I have.
You know what I'm saying? So if a woman comes and she like, man, I want to fuck him. Guess who's getting some cookie tonight? Him. Whether
I
it was
mean,
his intention to smash her or not.
I don't 100% agree with that. I hear what you're saying. I don't 100% agree with that because I don't like Oreos. I like chocolate chip cookies. So if an Oreo cookie, if somebody wants to give me an Oreo cookie, I'm not gonna take it because I like chocolate chip. You see what I'm saying? I'm picky like that, right? And I say
Did you
like this
not hear
too.
what I said? Did you not hear what I said? I
You
said a
said a
sane
horny.
man. I said a
Okay,
sane man
but
is gonna turn it
sometimes.
down. But a horny man is gonna take it.
I mean, you could be horny and sane at the same time.
Yeah, you can. You
It's
can be
just
horny and
controlling you.
sane, but you can't. I'm sorry, bro, but sometimes Junior got a different plan. And
But who
sometimes you
controls
need
Junior? Hey,
to, but sometimes Junior need to get off.
all right. I think we're going a little too. Listen. So I got another about the Mother Teresa comment, right? I feel like this, right? If a woman agrees to go on a date with you, before the date starts, you have a 100% chance of getting a cookie, as you're calling it, right? It's
Yeah,
all your actions and interactions throughout the date process that determines whether you get it or not, right? And I think of it like this, because you know me, I like numbers and mathematics, right? If I start off with 100%, every woman has a different percentage of loss that you can acquire before she won't give up the cookie on the first date, right? Some women you might need to be 100% all the way through. You know what I'm saying? You got some women you might be able to lose 90%. She just horny and want to get her rocks off. So it's it is what it is. Go ahead.
I think that for women it's 100%. They go in if they want to smash a dude. They like, man, okay, he has 100% chance of getting this. For the dude, he has to work up to that 100%. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
I disagree. Let's ask our guest. I disagree because I feel like
You know what?
she
You know
knows that
what?
there's a possibility that can happen, right? In her mind, as she's getting ready for this date, as she's putting on her makeup, and she's getting dressed, she's like, man, she's showing
She
pictures to
putting
her,
on her freakum dress.
right?
She's
And
going with
she,
the intent to
right,
seduce this dude.
right. So if you
So there's
show up late,
100% chance, and if he doing some stupid shit, that
yes,
100% chance go down to
gonna
50.
start drop, right?
Yeah, it
And
starts dropping.
she has a threshold. Like if I get under 50%, this month I got to go through 2 more dates now to build his way back up. You know what I'm saying? If you have the pristine first date, trust me, it's worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's ask our guest. How do you feel? What do you feel about that?
I think before you even go on your first date, you know if you want to give up the cookie or not. I know when I go on my first date, I know if I want to give up the cookie to this certain person or I'm just going on the first date because this person asked me and he said he's going to take
Are
me.
you hungry?
I'm hungry and I was like, shoot, I am hungry and I'm going to eat. So I might not really be attracted to him where I want to give up the cookie yet, but I'm like, you know what? I am going to go on this first date and see what happens. But a lot of time, I know who I want to give up the cookie to before I even have the first date with the person. And depending on if you are in the category that I already don't want to give up the cookie, then yeah, you're gonna have to build up for it. But if you're not in that category, I'm already sexually attracted to you, is unless you really just mess up, then a lot of times you're gonna get it.
And that's facts.
So what you saying? We both right.
Yeah, you guys are both right, depending on who the person is. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I
Women
got to.
control the sex.
Oh yeah,
Women
definitely.
control
I've
the
never
sex,
said
bro.
that.
She
That's
knows who she want to give it up to before it's even going out.
if this is getting too personal, just stop us and we'll laugh pettily about it later. But has there been an
I'm gonna laugh
instance?
pettily about it now.
I mean, I'm trying with all due respect.
Yeah,
You
for
got to say
sure.
those caveats. You know what I'm saying?
These
Yeah,
days,
whatever.
right?
So with all due respect, has there ever been a scenario where you have had the hungry date where you weren't 100% attracted to this dude, and it led to sex on the first date?
Oh, I don't know that.
I'm not
I don't
asking you.
know
I'm
that.
asking her.
Yeah.
Ooh, no,
You
not
don't
yet.
sound so sure, right?
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. So let me ask you this question: does body count matter? Does body count matter? How many times he's had sex or with different women? How many different women he's had sex with? Does that matter to you?
It does, but I'm getting to the point I'm not even going to ask anymore because, like, let's say I really like this person and I'm really feeling this person. And I know to me, if he tells me he can't even remember how many people he been with, I'm going to be so turned off. I don't even ask those questions anymore because I really like you and I don't want to get turned off. But it does matter. And I just don't like people that try to front it. You know how like some people trying to act like I've been in dates where they're trying to impress me with their past. Like, oh, I did this for this girl and I do this for this girl and girls love me. And like, how is that impressing me? But it does matter. But I'm getting to the point where I'm just not asking anymore because some of y'all just nasty. Like, y'all just.
So- some of y'all just nasty. Shit.
Right. Exactly. It takes two to tango.
Right.
Y'all
You
be
know what I'm
like,
saying?
dang.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Ron? Body count matter?
No, I mean, because if you think about it, and this was the point I was going to make earlier. At the age that we are now, right? Most of us are past our 20s and are past our mid 30s, right? Everyone has a past. And what you've done in that past, you can't bring into the future if you want to get something stable that's going to last. Or even if you want to get something that's temporary, you can't bring up past issues because it's going to destroy what you're working on presently, right? It's just like I give you the perfect analogy before you respond. Me and you baseball dudes, right?
Yep.
If I struck out my first 3 at bats, but I get an at bat in the bottom of the ninth with the game winning run on third base, if I'm thinking about the first 3 strikeouts, there's a very higher percentage chance that I will not be successful that last at bat. That's all I'm saying. Like if I'm thinking about everything I've done in my past and I'm trying to be successful in the present, it's not going to be helpful.
Agreed. So with me, I don't want to know. But if your body count is higher than 5, you better let me know. Because I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out that you done smashed the homie. You know what I'm saying? And then every time the homie come over, he is reliving the highlight reel that you and him didn't had. I'm sorry. I don't want Jennifer Lopez. I want motherfucking
Google. Oh,
I want Beyonce.
but here's the thing.
Hey,
How do you know that her body count isn't high and that she has kept it under wraps? Her body count is probably higher than what you think.
But see, no, I'm not saying.
Now you
okay,
stuttering.
Nah, hold on, man. Let me talk, bro. You can't ask me a question and not let me answer the question. So no, what I'm saying, bro, is that I don't want you to be. See, I don't want to disrespect Jennifer Lopez, but fuck it. I don't want you to be a slut. I don't want you to smash every dude, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't been with. I'm sorry. But I mean, yo, if you've been, I don't want you to be public with it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's known. She left A-Rod and went right back to Ben Affleck before she was finished with her breakup with A-Rod.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. She's bouncing from dude to dude to dude to dude. Beyonce, bro, we've known her to be with one dude.
She got a better publicist.
Well, I mean, hey, look.
But even that, like, even when you talk about just regular girls, like they be in a relationship one day, then break up. Next day, you see them in another relationship with a whole new dude. Break up. Next day, in a relationship with a whole new dude. Break up. Next day,
I don't want that.
Dang.
If that's you, let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, let me know, because if I find out if we go out, you know what I'm saying, we having a group outing. And you know what I'm saying? And everybody bringing their dates. And my homeboy pulled me to the side and be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Are you getting serious with her? And I'll be like, yo, like, what you mean? He'd be like, man, because I smashed that. You know what I'm saying? Couple years ago. That's it. Here go your Uber. Here go your Lyft. Thank you for coming. I'm going to finish the rest of this solo. You know what I'm saying? Like because now I know that the homeboy is visiting the highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be my chick if the homie didn't already smashed.
I agree with that 100%. But there was a point
Kim
that you
Kardashian.
made.
Kim Kardashian. She can't be Kim Kardashian, bro.
There you go. That's a better. Go ahead.
So that means you can't be friends with your exes in a certain extent, right? Should you be friends if you're in a whole new relationship? Should you be friend with an ex?
It depends. It depends. It depends.
On
it depends on if it was a friendship before a relationship, and there's some commonality in between the people. Like if we got mutual friends and things of that nature, in order not to blow up the whole social circle, I say we can be civil with each other. I don't think that the girl I'm dating, I would be offended if she was if she went out solo hanging out with her ex all the time. But if it was with this group, I would be offended if she went out solo with him. But if it's with the group that we all know each other and they're there, I don't have as much problem. Because in my opinion, if I'm taking care of what I'm taking care of,
nah, bro,
I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Nah, bro. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. You can't fucking go hang with your ex. Because I know there was some sexual chemistry at one point. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to be that one moment. It's going to be like, man, all right, I'm going out with something. No. Ain't happening.
So you could be
Fuck
friends
all
with
that
them,
shit.
but you can't hang out with them.
I think that it depends on the nature of the parameters of the relationship, whether or not you can be friends. If you have kids, it's actually in your best interest to be friends, or to be tolerable of each other. But to be friends with your ex, that means like calling them, hanging out. No, not with your ex. You know what I'm saying? I think it also depends on the length of the relationship as well. If you've been friends for, if you were in a relationship for like, let's say 3-4 years, anything over 2 years in a relationship, no, I wouldn't agree with the you should be friends afterwards.
But what
You'd
if
be
I had a
you guys
cool.
were
problem.
like best
I had
friends prior to being in a relationship? Then you guys decided to go in a relationship, it didn't work, and you guys are friends after.
Well, usually you'll figure that out like early on in the relationship.
But how will
You know what I'm
your
saying? Because
significant
you
other
know each other.
feel? Like, I know she's your best friend, but I also know you slept with her, but you guys are still friends and hanging out.
Well, let me say this before you say something, Ron. Now, you know what? Go over. Go ahead, Ron.
I have a friend like that, right?
That you slept with?
Yeah, we met, we dated, we fooled around, stayed friends, uh, still friends to this day. We fooled around a couple times since that initial interaction, but we always come back to the point that we just friends. And I've met both of her baby daddies. I'm supposedly the godfather of her oldest daughter. It's
Hell
like,
no, bro.
I'm in that same
I mean,
exact
I don't know,
situation.
because I know it's platonic right now. It's 100% platonic now, right? Like the times that we slept together after the fact, we both were single, and it was one of those, hey,
I'm horny.
it's
Let's
been,
do
yeah,
something
exactly. It was one
for
of those,
sure.
and it was within the barriers of being just friends, right? Like I don't know, like have you ever had a friend before you got married that, or you, Sariah, you had a male friend that uh, you never tried to date, but it was just that one night you might have drank too much and y'all both were like, fuck it, why not? You know what I'm saying? But you knew it was just based out of friendship.
I did that in high school.
I don't
Never
have
in
So
adult life.
I don't have a friend that I never try to date.
listen
I
up.
have my kid's godfather is someone that we mess around, but he's my kid's godfather. But you know what? Don't be judging me. He's my kid's godfather. However, he has always been a problem in any relationship because of how close we are. So I have came to a conclusion, if I need to be serious in a real relationship, I had to let go of that relationship. So that's why I was asking that question, because me and him been friends for almost 20 years. I'm 34. We've been friends for 20 years. He's the godfather of my kids because he stepped up when my kid's father walked out. So he's there. However, I know that our relationship is not just you're my kid's godfather. We have had sex several times. You know what I mean? I know I could call him up right now, he'll come for my rescue. But a lot of times I'll think of him before I would think of my partner. And that's a problem. I noticed that
A
as a
big
problem
problem.
within myself.
Huge
Like,
problem.
okay, that's a problem. So I had to let go of that. And that's a 20-year friendship I had to really let go for me to pursue this other person I want to pursue, because I didn't want to bring no drama or issues with that with my friend, because I don't want him thinking that I will go back to him or any type of way.
So let me ask you a question, Sarat. Why have you never pursued a relationship with this man?
He,
You guys have been knowing each other for 20 years. Whenever you need him, he's there for you. Why haven't you never pursued a relationship with this man?
what I want in a man, he doesn't want to provide, like, he doesn't want to give. Like, he's still in his, even though we're in our 30s, he's still in his player stage. He likes dating women and doing all that. And I'm not, I'm kind of ready to start settling down. And I want to,
Okay, so now this is a judgment free zone, so I'm not judging you. So if you know that that's the case, why continue to have sex with this man?
I haven't had sex with him for years.
Okay. Oh, so you've ended the relationship.
I ended a sexual relationship, but he's still in my life. But I know that that brings a lot of issues into my relationships, period, when people even find out history about us. I think, and again, no one wants to know the truth. That brings up the being a truthful question. You know, like they ask me a question, I say, yes, we have slept together. And then there's the issue. So if I lie and then it comes up, then I'm lying. So I always tell the truth and then it becomes an issue. So I just decided, like, I'm just not going to even continue. I don't know. I just haven't really been friends with him like that anymore.
You sound just like my friend, and it's funny. Like I got multiple friends like this, and one of her guys that she was dating, he didn't even ask the question if we had had sex. He was more upset with our interaction because he was not able to stimulate her intellectually. Like we were all sitting down having a debate about something,
That's
and he
disrespectful.
felt he felt out of place because that's all we do. We debate things. We
Right.
debate topics. We talk about issues. And he was more jealous of that relationship. He didn't even ask if we had sex. He didn't even care that we had sex. Right? It was more the problem. Like y'all have this connection that I have been trying to build with her, and I can't get. And
Right.
she hasn't seen you in 2 years. She just popped up to introduce you to me,
Right.
and y'all right back at it. Right? Like
And that's how it was. It's like,
so.
it's
But I
a
would
connection.
love.
And that's exactly what it was. Like, I probably won't even, I probably haven't seen him, like, if I haven't seen him in a year or two, we could reconnect and it would look like we've been talking every single day. But it's just one of those situations where I just, that's why I asked that question.
So so I want to leave on a good note because it's about time for us to start thinking about getting out of here. I'm going to ask a question, and we're going to invite you back because I am 100% invested in what your answer is going to be. Do you believe men and women can just be friends? Dre frowning. He thought I was going to ask him on a date. I'm in Chicago. Stop it. Do you
No, I
believe
didn't
men
think
and
that's
women
what you
can
was
just
going to
be
I
ask
friends?
me.
mean, you gonna
I didn't think
find
that's
me
what.
out. I'm
No,
just playing.
Oh,
Um, mm,
fly yourself out.
I
right. It's
have.
the first date.
Okay.
Fly yourself out.
I have. So don't trip. I do. I'll be in Georgia all the time. Um,
So let's get back to the question.
okay.
Do you believe that men and women can just be friends?
I think people try. I think people try that we could just be friends thing, but someone always end up catching some type of feelings in some type of instant. Even
Let's
if
cut
they
it there.
don't say it out loud or act upon it, someone catches some type of feelings a little bit stronger than the other person.
Let's cut it right there, and we will save that for a future episode.
So
How about that?
with that,
That yes. Let's go to the petty corner.
so before we go to the petty corner, I want to give Sariah a chance because Ron, I didn't tell you this before, but she is like family. You know what I'm saying? That's little sis to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and she's also a an entrepreneur, right? So let's cut her video on
Oh,
because I noticed earlier she had the stuff in the back and behind her. So let's give a brief explanation, I guess, on what your business is, what you're doing, and stuff like that.
okay. So I am an esthetician. So I do facials, waxings, chemical peels, massages in Southern California. And I also am a Reiki healer. So I use energy to heal like chronic pains, relaxation. It helps you with stress. Um, and I also have a nonprofit called Black Young and Empower, which we hold empower workshops for the youth. And we also raise money for grant programs to help pay for extra activities for after school. So like basketball, sports, any music, STEM research, anything the kids want to do and the parents can't afford. I'm trying to raise money so the kids have the opportunity to experience that growing up. So yes.
Wow.
Trying to help the youth
So you
out there.
busy.
So
Yes.
I am completely proud of you. Handle your business. Keep doing your business.
Aw.
You know, yeah. So I love to see. I support Black business. Ron does as well. Um, so do you have you
Before
done
you get,
any waxings on men?
God, I thought we went in the petty corner yet.
Yes.
I had a question about her businesses. Real quick, I got a serious question. Like,
Yes, I
it's
have
more of a
been waxing
comment.
on men. No, I have
If you
not
were,
waxed a penis yet. If that's the answer you're trying to get me to say.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
have been
ask you, be
asked
like,
several
yo,
times.
you ever just been like, damn, I'm about to get this motherfucker the cookie. Yeah, but anyway,
See,
go ahead to your question,
only
Ron.
reason why I haven't done it.
I didn't hear what she said.
I didn't either. I think we're losing her.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you now. You said you haven't done
Oh,
what?
I have not done it. I have been asked several times, but the way the customer asked me, I could tell his intent wasn't I wanted to get waxed. It was more of a
He
sexual
was trying to
intent. So
smash.
I just told him, right. So I just told him, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I could only do your back today. So yes, but some men be coming up in there trying to men and men.
So you have you're actually in the storefront. So you where how
I
are you
rent an
doing it?
office space. I rent an office space and I made it into my spa in Montclair.
Good business. So do me a favor. Once we're done, give me all your information, and I will put it up. It'll go out with the podcast, so that anyone who listens in Southern California, whoever stumbles on it, they're looking for your services. We can go ahead and forward that information. Hopefully get you some more business.
Thank
And
you.
just
Thank
because she's
you.
single, don't mean y'all going there hitting on her.
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
She business.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, Ron, you had a question
No, I was
before
just
we
gonna
get into
say
the
like,
petty corner?
yeah, I was just gonna say like, I applaud the nonprofit that you're doing, and if you ever needed someone to speak to these kids about alternative hustles or getting into technology, I would be order willing to step up. Like, and when I say alternative hustles, like I've been a baseball umpire for a number of years. I bartended. Like, there's a whole lot of things that put cash in your pocket every day, like hustling in the street, and it's legal. And the kids that don't think that there's opportunities in like technology and things like that, like that's where the world's going. And if you
Yeah.
needed somebody to speak on that, I'd be willing to do it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank
All
All
you.
right,
right.
petty
So
corner. Welcome.
without further ado, during the podcast here, I wasn't able to come up with too many, but if I come up with any while I'm giving you the words, then I'll just give them to you. Okay, so we don't have a sound bite for this segment yet. We are working on it, but you have entered the petty corner. Well, we can't even
You
call
have
it the petty
entered the
corner.
petty corner. I'm sorry.
Nah, bro, that's whack. That's whack, bro. But anyway, so I'm gonna give you a word or words, and you're gonna tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. All right.
Okay.
So faith,
Love.
family,
Strong.
ambition.
Hold on. Time out. We got to stop. She's thinking. That's like the
I'm not
seventh word
thinking.
coming to her mind. She trying to be PG. We need rapid fire. Rapid fire. You got to come.
Yeah,
Chop,
yeah,
chop.
rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
So
Just spit it
anyway,
out.
so ambition,
Not lazy.
the future. Okay. So the last one I got for you.
I got one when you're done.
Okay, no, you go first. Go
No,
first.
you go first. You go.
Okay.
Finish yours.
Yeah, I know he's about to be petty as hell. So anyway, your experience on Dre and Ron's augmented reality.
My experience. It was
Yeah.
fun. I'd like to
Like,
do this again. I was nervous at first. I was all sweating, but it was actually fun.
yeah. You know,
They don't ask me tough questions.
no, it's cool. But here come the toughest question that you'll have to answer, and it's also gonna be the pettiest question. And I have no opportunity to cut the podcast because I know this is about to be petty as hell. So, Ron, without further ado, go ahead, ask your petty question,
All right. Again,
asshole.
we just like to thank you for joining our show. It was really nice, good episode, and everything like that. And since I have the privilege of asking you the last question, and you're always welcome back because I want to follow up on that other question. But my last question is, when are you getting on that flight to Chicago?
We can talk about it after the broadcast.
Y'all ain't talking about it no time. What the hell going on, man?
You've been listening to Dre and Ron's Augmented Reality.
You're an asshole, bro.